Just want to take a few minutes here and talk about Excel and how we're going to get to the developer. This is going to allow us to program in Excel, write custom functions and custom programs and forms and things like that that really make Excel work well and interact well with the user. One of the first things that you're probably going to want to do is to make the developer tab available here. In order to do that, you need to select File, and if you come here to Options and you go to Customize Ribbon, over here you can see the tabs that are available and that are not available. We want to add the Developer tab. So when we hit OK, we'll see that we have the Developer tab right here. If we select the Developer tab, it allows us to go to Visual Basic, view the macros that we have, record macros, do some add-ins, design. This allows us to put controls actually on the face of Excel here. For example, if we wanted to insert some option buttons or something like that, then we would be able to do that. Or if we wanted to insert a combo box, we'd be able to do that. We could insert any number of things. So it allows us not only to code and program, but it also is going to allow us to put some customization on the Excel spreadsheets themselves. As you can see, that's on the sheet that was on sheet 1, not sheet 2. So we can kind of go back and forth there. Now if I want to get into Visual Basic and start doing some programming, I'm going to click here on Visual Basic, and it's going to bring up this window here. This is the Visual Basic editor. Here we have the properties, and here we have our Explorer. This allows us to navigate to the different objects. There's sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, or the entire workbook. And notice as I click through these that the properties change. Workbooks have different properties than sheets. Also, I can insert a module or a form or a class module or even a procedure. We're just going to deal with modules right now. Notice that as I insert the module, it also is inserted here in the Project Explorer, and we have properties for it. Right now it only has a name. If I want to change it to my module or something like that, then I can go ahead and do that. Notice it changed the name there. So by doing this, I can control what happens here. And this is where I'm going to write my code. If I decide to insert a form, I can also insert a user form. Notice that when I select the form, the toolbox comes up and I can add different objects like combo boxes, text boxes, frames with option buttons, put some option buttons, all sorts of stuff. And I can actually view it by clicking the Run button here. It's going to go to Excel and actually bring it up. So this is what would come up and allow me to interact with the user. Just kind of important to note that when you get to objects like forms, they're a little bit more interesting than some of the worksheet or module objects. And you can do things like changing background colors and changing borders and captions. This will change what's up there. And notice what I type there appears there. And I can change all manner of things. Pretty much everything that I put on here I can control. And so I control exactly how it shows up in Excel and actually how it gets used in Excel.